Good afternoon, everyone. This is registered dietitian Jason Hunter here with today's Nutrition Quickie. Before we get started, let's do a little housekeeping here for those of you that don't know who I am. I'm a registered dietitian. I've been one for about almost 18 years now. My focus is on helping individuals lose weight and eat healthier through strategic meal planning and flexible carb cycling. You can find a little more about me at askjasonhunter.com or at mealplans101.com. Now that we got the housekeeping out of the way, let's get to today's Nutrition Quickie. So my question is, do you know how much a half a cup of starch or pasta is when it's on your plate? And the surprising answer is, most people don't. They completely mess up, either overestimate or underestimate how much of what a half a cup really is on someone's plate. And so the reason for this is, if you remember, and some of you that are old enough, like myself, might remember when McDonald's came out with their supersizing, right? And you could supersize for 39 cents or 50 cents and whatnot, and we always thought that was just so much food. You get this huge thing of fries, this huge drink, and so forth. But now it's the norm. So now when they say, do you want a large with this, you get even more food than what we're used to get back in the day, right? So instead of supersizing, that's like the normal portions now. And when you go to restaurants, it's not so much about how great the food is, but what people talk about is how much food they got for a cheap price, right? And so restaurants have now adopted this to where they feel they have to provide you with a lot of food at whatever price that meal is so that you feel satisfied. Because you don't hear very often people going, oh, that food was just so delicious at that restaurant, I'm going back. Most of the time you hear, man, I got such large portions. It was good food, but man, I got so much food. It was great. It only cost me $12, right? So our minds have kind of become warped in regards to what's a correct portion size. And so the easy tip is, for 1 week, measure your foods out with measuring cups. Truly know what a half a cup is. And what some people say is, oh, use like your fist and things like that. Well, my fist is not terribly large, but this is about a cup of pasta or rice on a plate, right? So, that'd be 2 servings of pasta. And so when someone says, oh, I have about a half a cup, it's about the size of my fist. Well, you really might want to take a close look at your fist, because, like for mine, that's not very, large, but it's not small either. It's about a cup. So just to help get you into that mindset, for 1 week, measure out your foods. Really know exactly, am I eating 4 ounces of chicken or am I eating 8 ounces of chicken? As well as use smaller glasses as well as plates. Because you're going to find that, and this research has been done on this, if you use a larger plate, you will fill that plate up because you feel like you have to. Well, if you use a smaller plate, you will put less food on it and you will not feel hungry afterwards. It's a perception thing. So using smaller plates, and like I said, this has been studied a few times, actually helps to decreasing the amount of food and calories that you consume. Same with glasses. So try to use that. If you go out to a restaurant, split the meal in half. That way you can get a second meal out of it, right? Now you're getting a real bargain, right? In regards to whatever it costs for that meal. So these are some simple tips to just go ahead and try to decrease your portions in regards to how much calories you consume, especially if you're trying to lose weight, right? So a few things, just to recap, you have measure out your foods for 7 days just so you truly know what a half a cup is or what 4 ounces is. Use smaller plates for dinners and lunches and so forth so that you don't fill up that plate because your brain is kind of telling you feel you have to. Use smaller glasses, and then if you do go out to eat, split that meal in half or split it with someone else, right? You see that more and more often now, which is actually a real good idea, is a husband and wife or a boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, just friends, will split a meal. And not only are you saving a little money, but you're definitely saving a lot of calories in regards to over-consuming for that meal. So try these out, and if you enjoyed this Nutrition Quickie, please give it a like or a share, because other people may be looking for tips like this. They may be struggling with their weight or struggling on how to eat healthy, and this one tip might be the thing that they need to really get over that obstacle or hurdle. So let's help more people out, pass it forward, so to speak, right? And let's see if we can get few more people to adopt some of these just nutrition quickie tips and help live a healthier life for them as well as you.